First Alert Chief Meteorologist Kendra Kent here. We've got a dangerous night of storms ahead. This is for Saturday night into Sunday morning, as we're going to be looking at a powerful line of storms, a tornado outbreak expected for Alabama and Mississippi. Now, that's not going to happen here necessarily. We're looking at a lower end threat. As you can see from the colors there, the threat goes down as we get closer to Atlanta and then eventually into our area, meaning that the coverage of severe weather will go down, but there's still going to be an elevated risk for tornadoes. And with the wind field like it is, a tornado that forms could actually be quite strong. So that's one concern we have overnight. So we want to make sure that you're prepared, have a way to get those warnings and watches. If you haven't downloaded our Fox Carolina First Alert weather app, it's a good time to do it. Have your NOAA weather radio at the ready. Those are reliable ways to get your warnings overnight. But those are our threat levels. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here when it comes to timing. But through 9 to 10 p.m., we're dry for the most part. But it's about midnight to 2 a.m. At this line, we'll be bearing down on the mountains. And you can see it gets into the upstate about 2 to 4 a.m. Now, it's still going to be packing a punch, but it will have consolidated into more of a line, which inherently means more of a damaging wind threat. But embedded within that line, we could get some isolated spin ups. You can kind of see how it's a little bit wavy there. That's what we're going to be watching. And little kinks in the line is where rotation could spin up a tornado. And through 5 a.m. on top of Greenville, Spartanburg. So this could wake you up. And of course, if a tornado warning is issued, we'll be on the air letting you know about it. And then you can see it moves off towards Charlotte between 7 and about 8 o'clock in the evening. So here's a look at the time frame that we're seeing right now. So as early as 11 p.m., getting into our western zones, our extreme western zones in the mountains, more likely in the upstate by about 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. So this is the time when so many are usually asleep. So that's why we just want you to make sure that you have that way to get alerted overnight. Our Fox Carolina First Alert weather app, you can download it at foxcarolina.com. Go to your app store, and then also your NOAA weather radio, a great way to get those alerts, or designate someone to stay awake overnight. That's always an option. But nowadays, with the technology we have, you can sleep as long as you have one of those ways that will wake you up and be loud enough. But again, that's the timeline right now. We should be done with this threat by the time many are wanting to leave for church, but we could have some debris on the roads from any damage that we see from the winds. So be extra careful heading out. We will be here with you all today and into tonight, bringing you updates.